Let's unbox the Illustrate ScrawlrCombo Kit. Inside this kit is a supply menu with a brand new drawing prompt, 3 previous ScrawlrBoxes, and a ScrawlrBanks Sketchbook. This white sketchbook can be decorated both inside and out. It's 195mm square with 190 pages of 140 GSM all-media cartridge paper. Let's get to the supplies. Inside box number 1 is the January 22 ScrawlrBox, featuring this cozy creature by our featured artist Roots. This box contained a warm palette for your Creature Comfort Scrawler Challenge. Let's do some swatching using the paper from the January box. First up is the Clarin Pigment Deco Brush Markers. These pens are filled with a super creamy opaque acrylic paint. And as they're paint-based, you can grab a paintbrush and blend them out with some water. The brush tip can be prone to fraying if it's used on rough surfaces or if you push down too hard, so it's best to use on a nice smooth surface, just like this paper is provided. Once dry, they're fully permanent. Onto the Secura Pigment Micron in a number 12. The nib is thicker than the average pen, so it produces some really nice thick lines. This pen contains a permanent pigment-based ink, perfect for multimedia projects as it can be layered and used with virtually any other media. Next up is the Faber-Castell 9000 Graphite Pencil in H. This pencil has a hard lead, that means it produces a light graphite to the page. It goes down smoothly on this paper and can be easily erased. The next box is the August 21 ScrawlrBox. This box took inspiration from street art with our featured artist, Capazzo. Inside the box are lots of lovely juicy pens to get you going on your Scrawlr challenge, Digital Dystopia. Let's get into those supplies and do some swatching. We'll be using these mixed media art balls to do the swatching, as featured inside the box. The front has a slight texture and the back is really smooth. These balls can take on almost any media and they're great for wet and dry techniques. First up we have the Molotow All-for-One acrylic twin markers. The larger bullet nib is 4mm and then the smaller bullet nib is a 1.5. These pens need to be activated for use. Give them a shake and pump them a few times to get that ink out into the nib. It's not your turn yet, Zig. These markers are super opaque and contain a UV-resistant acrylic. The ink from these pens is a lot thicker than the Clarin markers we previously swatched, so when you add water it spreads out a lot further. These markers are quick drying and once they have dried they are permanent, so you can go back over with anything you want to add. The Derwent Colour Line Maker, one of my personal favourite pens. This classic pen is an absolute pleasure to draw with. It lays down on the page smoothly and glides for really nice flowing lines. Much like the markers, once dry, it is fully permanent. Now it's Zig's time. This Zig Vellum twin marker features a dual tip, featuring a fine tip that's 0.5 and a bullet tip that's 1.2, perfect for all of your creative needs. It features a waterproof, water-based, odourless ink that shouldn't bleed or wrinkle the paper. Onto a classic pen, the white gel pen from Unisigno. This pen features a smooth rollerball tip, so it's perfect for layering on other mediums. The white gel ink comes out nice and opaque, so it's perfect for going over for those smaller details and highlights. You've had your turn, Zig. Now onto the final box, the June 2022 ScrawlrBox. This box was nice and loud with a vibrant colour palette inspired by our featured artist Renetta Patton. And of course we'll get onto some swatching. We're going to use the Bristol board paper by Frisk that was featured in the June box. It provides a lovely white smooth surface. These Pilot Pintor markers came in neon and feature a bullet nib. These pens will need to be activated like the Molotow ones before use. They're highly pigmented and definitely come out neon. To tone the colour down a bit, you can just add water. Swatch out the pen onto a palette and then add your wet paintbrush. You can use this technique for washes or backgrounds, or if you just want that subtle pop of neon. These neons make full impact with their opaque pigment. Once dry, they're fully permanent, and they can be used on a variety of different surfaces, including wood, cardboard, fabrics, plastic or glass. Next up we have another Pigma Micron, except this one's in a 0.5 and has purple ink. The line weight from this liner is a lot smaller than the other pen we've previously used. Great for adding variation in your line work, and the different tone of colour will give your work a different edge to it. As the ink inside is water-based, you can add water to create washes like the other pens. Use the same method to get the ink out by scribbling onto a palette and using a wet paintbrush. And there we have all of our boxes. Let's see how they work together. Using a tutorial from the June featured artist Renata, we're going to make a water effect with the different pens by laying them over each other. And eventually it will look something like this. A fun way to draw water using the Illustrate ScrawlrCombo Kit. If you like this video and want to see more, give us a thumbs up and maybe a subscribe. Until then, keep scrawling.